get to it. Bernard Snyder is 98. Josephine Cartwright, 96. They were married over the weekend at Westminster Manor, the retirement community in Austin, Texas, where they met. Their love story began earlier this year when Snyder invited Cartwright to the birthday party. That led to a whirlwind romance, and the daughter says she's happy to see her mom fall in love again, but some online commentators say it's too fast and they're concerned she could be getting fooled. Are you freaking getting fooled by what? This guy's 98, she's 96. What do you think? The only thing he cares about is making the epic journey to the dusty cavern? First of all, I'm not even sure if the great-grand Peepaw's cardio is strong enough to send retired Sergeant Stifford into that cave, considering it likely has 25 years of vine growth blocking the entrance. I mean, if I'm being honest, these have to be the greatest optimists to ever live. I'm planning a wedding even a month out. It seems like a risky situation when you're 98. Like, I'm worried just walking down the aisle could be too much for the future missus. At 96, I feel like I could fall. Look, if I'm 98, every time I get a fart bubble in my gut, I'm gonna think I'm about to die. Just one slightly uncomfortable air biscuit floating down my poop chute, and I'm asking a priest for my last rites. And you want this guy to A, wake up, B, get to the venue, C, walk the aisle, and D, do all these things without dying in the process. So for those of you who say it was too soon, I say to you, you're about as sharp as a bag of dicks. And now that if he was 98 and she was 24, I'd be like, listen, Diddy, why don't you put that walker in first gear and slow your roll? But his chick is 96. She's not naive, and if she is, she won't be for long. However, I do know their daughter is watching right now, because why wouldn't she be? And I say to you, you might want to call Medicaid, get a pre-authorization for a hip replacement, and make sure there's a fresh Duracell in the Life Alert necklace. I've boned, and I can't get up. Now, next up, while the issues of emotional support animal has been controversial in recent years, most major United States airlines banned non-service animals in the cabin by 2021. However, the brilliant minds at Portland International have decided to go a different direction to provide comfort to the 750,000 passengers passing through before the end of the year. They've been bringing in 2 400-pound llamas. That's right. They dub it the Llama Parade. They organize the visits of the llamas from the Portland Mountain Peaks Therapy Llama Farm to the airport's Concourse C. It is, that's a beautiful thing. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell do they mean comfort? I just want to make it through the TSA, find my gate, and make sure I'm there before they leave my ass. So I'm already coming through the concourse at damn near a panic mall walker level, wide-eyed, dragging my yard sale suitcase with the busted right wheel, desperately scanning for the gate. Now I'm going to have to add navigating llama logs onto my journey. Do you understand the level of furious that occurs if I step in a hot steaming stack of squeezins from a llama's Louisiana Hot Pocket? Should I even be able to come face to face with an animal's spit in my eye? Because I was too loud when I lifted my head up from the map and said, "Damn, back up, you hairy beast bitch." Now I probably shouldn't call the llama a bitch, but even so, hawking a llama loogie at my dome is a big no-go for me at the airport, or honestly, anywhere I could run into wild animals that don't love me. The grocery store, the DMV, your mom's house, that's uncalled for. I apologize. To absolutely no one. You know why? Because if you need a therapy llama, you don't need to be at the airport. Are you flying to a more comfortable inpatient hospital? That's the only way I can see you being on a plane. Otherwise, you and your therapy livestock stay home in the barn or take the bus with the other whack jobs. And finally, Minnesota making headlines as news broke earlier this week that's had a big impact on their beautiful beavers. Serious business here. Serious business. This past weekend, the trapping season kicked off in Minnesota. One of the more popular animals to trap, of course, the beaver. But even now, as trappers set out to bag the animals, it's unclear why beaver provision was added to the statute that says you can trap and remove a nuisance beaver, but you cannot eat it. No one understands why, but Senator Steve Green is pushing back on the beaver ban in Congress. He said, "I can tell you, even though personally I don't go out and trap beavers to eat them, I have eaten them, and it's pretty good." Hey, who am I to argue with the government? Are you freaking kidding me? This may go down as one of the most egregious laws I've ever heard of. You're telling me I can catch that wild beaver, I can run that wild beaver off, but what I can't do is eat the beaver? Was communism on the ballot Tuesday? Because I'd argue it'd be absolutely disrespectful if I pick the nuisance beaver up, take it out, have some fun, get the beaver worked up, and then just drop it off and leave. You can't do that and not get yourself a mouthful of that juicy beaver. Even old Senator Steve said he's down to clown downtown and it's about more than just a beaver pound. I know I'm down a rabbit hole, but you get me, right? Let me put it like this. If you're a Star Wars fan, you might have to kiss the Wookiee, right? You get my drift. If you like Skittles, we're talking about tasting the rainbow here. I believe it's my God-given right to eat that beaver. And shame on you for trying to stop us. And I know beaver trapping culture for a long, long time, it's been male-dominated. But it's worth mentioning there's now a surplus of ladies who also like to dine on the divine and delicious beaver. Sometimes people can even enjoy more than one tasty beaver at a time. I don't know how many you can munch before you get tired, but if you want to throw a taste test on a bonanza, a big old beaver bone dancing in the bedroom, by God, that's not just lip service. Beaver is something we can all get behind, right? Get behind the beaver. Get behind it. And yeah, this is a hill I'm willing to die on. Do you back the beaver? Show your support. If you see a beaver this weekend, you get that fuzzy fun bucket in your mouth and show it you mean business. Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right, let's do something different.
Well said.
That's Al Franken's fault.
Yeah, definitely.